Hello, Nope Coach listeners. It's Suzanne Culberg. Welcome to episode 97. Nope, the sixth love language, unofficially. So many of us struggle to say no. And when I ask people why, most common reasons are I don't want to disappoint people. I want people to like me. I don't want to let anyone down. I fear that I'll lose their respect. There's so many things about that. What if the opposite were true? What if by you saying an honest no, it actually brought you closer together? I will die on this hill. Have you ever been invited to something that you have in no way, shape, or form wanted to attend, but you've said yes, and then at the last minute, sorry, I don't feel well, or I've got a flat tire, or made up some BS excuse and then not turned up? Isn't this actually going to make you less close to the person? Because if this keeps happening, they will second guess, is this person really wanting to be my friend? Or they may be irritated because depending what it is, if they've catered for you and you cancel on the day, had you said no when they initially invited you, that actually would have been less annoying. I don't know if they're big since COVID, but there used to be like, the Tupperware party. And, you'd invite all your friends around, or any sort of MLM home hosted thing. Like there's Intimo, which is the underwear. There's Tupperware, which is the plastic stuff. There's the nail things. I can't even remember what they're called. All sorts of things like that. Oh, the sheets. Oh, the names of them. Lorraine Lee Linen. There's the sheets. There's, however many essential oil companies. And you have the party and you buy the stuff, and then the host of the party gets a percentage to spend on free goods. How often have you been drummed into hosting one of these things? Or perhaps it was just past Suze, because when you host one, your friend gets extra goodies and they say, oh, come. And you invite everybody. And then on the day, all the excuses come in about why people can't come. That is actually more frustrating than an honest no. Or if you actually don't like it and you say, oh, not this time, and you keep saying not this time, then they keep inviting you. You're going to reach a point where they question, do you really want to be friends with them? Because you keep asking and they keep getting turned down. How different would it be if you were just honest? Thank you so much for inviting me. I don't really dig Tupperware. Have a fabulous party. If you have something for candles, which is another one, Scentsy. I don't even know if I still do that. I'll be there. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm not really into this, but if you had a book party, like if there ever was, like, why do scholastic book clubs stop at being a kid thing? If there was a scholastic equivalent of a MLM, I would so be there. And imagine them with a little van with all the books that you could pick up. Anyway, I digress. If you are honest, I appreciate the invite. This isn't really my thing. That's actually going to forge a stronger connection than you saying next time or saying yes and then saying no on the day. Another example, very recently, Oppenheimer has come out. And my husband's like, do you want to go and see that? And I'm like, no, thank you. Thanks for the invite. Like, yes, totally do a date night, but let's do something else because that's not really my jam. And then what ended up happening is we found Oppenheimer and Barbie starting at the same time. So he went to Oppenheimer and I took the kids to Barbie. We all got to have a movie time and then we had dinner. So everybody's needs were met. Because when we sacrifice our own needs and say yes, and then the person finds out later that you didn't like that, that's actually going to potentially damage the friendship. So say, for example, you keep inviting your friend to horror movies and they say yes. And then you overhear them saying, oh, I can't stand horror, but I don't want to let them down. Wouldn't you rather they'd been honest and said, actually, this isn't really my jam. Let's find something else. Because when we're reaching out, we wanted to forge a connection. We want to be closer. Whereas when we do it to please the person, eventually they find out. And when they do, that, them finding out, is what actually brings the friendship or damages the friendship or the relationship, not you being true. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and you wanted to do something and you found out your friend wasn't interested, that leaves you open to finding someone else who is. So very recently, Michael McIntyre, I don't like a lot of comedians, but I like Jimmy Reese and I like Michael McIntyre. I found out he was here in Sydney like the day before the show. I wish I had more notice. And I said to my husband, Jeremy, oh, I can get a babysitter. Let's go to Michael McIntyre. And he's like, yeah, no, thanks. I was like, okay. And then I messaged a friend and she's like, I'd rather die. I appreciate the honesty. I'm not mad at her. I'm not upset with her. I was like, okay, well, I won't ask her. And it was up to me. And I couldn't find anyone actually who wanted to go and see him with me. So I was like, do I want to go on my own? And I could have. I chose not to. But I'm not unhappy with my husband or any of my friends for saying, actually, no, thank you. I appreciate that. And I know in future not to invite them to that kind of thing. So nope is actually the love language. To have someone say to you, like, I'd rather watch paint dry, and have it be like laughing and go, oh, okay, cool. It depends on how close you are to the person. If it's a newer friend, you might not be that abrupt and direct, but there's ways that you can say no, like, no, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate this. This isn't really something that I enjoy. Let's do this instead. So you can find that common ground, because there's nothing worse than sitting through something and suffering in silence and then wondering why it isn't reciprocated. My husband and I have been together for 21 years now. And very early on in our relationship, I watched anime, like Japanese animation, because he liked it. And it wasn't far into our relationship where I was like, look, this isn't really for me. And he so appreciated that. And he can do that. And there's things that I like. Like recently I took the kids to see Beauty and the Beast, the musical. He's like, yeah, that's not for me. But finding a middle ground of things that you like, that you both like, so that when you say no, you don't take that as a personal attack or affront, or that the person is not interested. You can just be like, this just isn't their jam, or it's not in their wheelhouse. So I invite you to consider, when someone says no, thank you, it doesn't mean anything about you as a person. It's just them and their preferences. And when they invite you to something, if you have no intention of doing the thing, don't say yes and later say no. That's actually much more damaging than saying, thank you so much for thinking of me. This isn't for me. And then initiating something else and seeing what happens, because nope is the 6th love language. Thank you for listening. I'll catch you on the next one. If you're not yet getting my emails, head over to my website, suzanneculberg.com. Click on the newsletter. My emails rock. I send them out about once a week. It's unique content, special offers not found anywhere else. And yeah, I love dropping into your inbox. Thanks for watching or listening. Bye for now.